What's up, everyone? How is it going? Let me switch that over before I forget. In this game, we have Liquid Demu spawning in the southwest as our Zushi legacy player. Up here in the northeast, we have El Sensei, aka VortiX, as our blue Dali Sultante. The map is Dry Arabia, and we will see what our Dali Sultante player is going to be able to do. Both of these players, of course, are extremely good. They're both top 10. I think Liquid Demu is currently sitting like in 6th place at the moment. And wait, yeah. And then on his alt account, I think VortiX is between 8th and 12th. Well, 10th and 12th. I think he's sitting around there somewhere. He does have, I want to say he has like 3 or 4 different accounts that he plays on. So it's kind of hard sometimes to find him. But when I do, I will try to cast him. I haven't really been able to cast his brother though, Lucifron. I haven't seen him online. I also am not too familiar with all his alt accounts. There's just so many. Like Beastie has 6 or 7. Demu has 2 or 3. VortiX has how many does VortiX have? I think he has 3 or 4 as well. There's just so many freaking alt accounts to try to keep track of. But going back to the game, we do have a very standard opener coming from Demu right now. Mill, supervise the mill, all sheep go to the mill, and then that's it. That's pretty much all you do as the Deli. I mean, excuse me, as the Zushi legacy. He didn't go for the early wood though, opting for just the normal house into the sheep instead of going for the village into the sheep, or well, village into the mill. For our Deli, already has his mosque up, getting a couple of his upgrades. Remember, all upgrades for the Deli are free. They just take longer than normal. So for instance, we all know wheelbarrow is about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, I think it's about 1.5 minutes. Minute 20? Yeah, minute 30, I think it is. In this case, for the Deli, I think with only one scholar, it's like 5.5 minutes or something ridiculous like that, but it doesn't cost any resources. And keep in mind, the more scholars you have, the more it reduces the actual research time. I was gonna call it production time, but it's not production time. We have the meditation garden coming up, but we're gonna look at the Tower of Victory really quick. That's decent positioning. He could always put a bunch of stuff there, which means with the Tower of Victory, we'll most likely see a stable come into play with a few Gauzy Raiders to apply pressure, and then from there we'll see archers. Meditation garden is that's not a bad position. Let's see. He's getting about really quick about 20 trees. He's going to be getting 30 stone, 30 food. 30 stone, 30 gold, 48 food. And let's just call it 20 trees. So 20 wood. That's pretty good positioning. Realistically, he doesn't have anything better. This one up here pretty much mirrors the same down there. He'd be getting the food, wood, stone, gold, but a lot less wood than he would have down there. And why did the screen just get so much brighter out of nowhere? And the age up does come through for both players. Tower of Victory just finished up, and we're gonna have to take a look at that. Should be the stable. Yep. And then we'll have a scholar being thrown in there for faster production on the Gauzy Raiders. The main thing is gonna be, what does Liquid Demu do? Is he gonna be going into the Jingning Tower to go into Song, or is he gonna stay on Tang to go into a fast castle? And there it is. There is the Jingning Tower. Now from here, is he gonna go aggression, or is he gonna go into a 2 or 3 TC play. I don't see any villagers moving over to stone quite yet, but he does have 9 on wood. He almost has enough in order to get his second TC, but we're gonna have to see what he actually does in the long run. Sitting on 300. Oh wait, what is he using? He's building his barracks. He's going to be getting the free spear coming out and then getting hardened out of the barracks. We also see the archery range, so he's going to be going for, or he's not going to be going for the 2TC play. Instead, he is going to be going for the aggression. Here comes the free spear. Harden is coming through as well. A little bit of harass already coming through onto the gold. Does force both of those villagers off the outpost, but here comes the spear with the hardened upgrade to start stabby stab. Single gauzy raider, second one on its way, and now we have a chukunu, 2 chukunu, and a spear for Demu, and we'll be seeing, let's see, no more production really coming through. He hasn't put a scholar in the stables either. He's opting just to go more for his upgrades than he is the increased production rate. Yeah, increased production. VortiX does find where the meditation garden is. He's not gonna try to kill it. He's just trying to mitigate or deny, delay, however, whichever synonym you want to use there, the resources per minute. Keep in mind, for every unit that's there, it does reduce the amount of resources you get out of the meditation garden. And as you can see in the top right corner, quite a few upgrades are coming through. I believe he's sitting on what, 3 scholars? Oh, he does have Sanctify finished up, so now those scholars are going to be moving out in order to start securing the sacred sites, and then he's going to be getting his gold trickle. The Gauzy Raider and the Scout are moving back to the meditation garden in order to delay a little bit more, but we do have a decent military for Demu right now, 13 to 11, but it's more the spears will just hard counter those Gauzy Raiders, and then the Chukunu, well, they still do an immense amount of damage. They'll be able to clear through those archers very quickly. And what kind of posturing are we going to see from both players? Oh, excuse me. I needed to clear my throat and I forgot to mute my mic. Sorry about that. The Gauzy Raider and the Scout go back to the meditation garden. Let's see what is gonna go down. Are we gonna see a commitment from either of these players? I could see Demu trying to commit into this. He does have a better army. Just in general, it's a lot stronger. Upgrades are coming through for both players. +1 ranged attack finishes up for Demu right now, and we do have a couple other upgrades coming through for our, I was gonna call him Gauzy Raider, for our Delhi Sultanate VortiX. He doesn't have any. Oh, we are getting an attack right here in the middle. Nice focus fire from those archers onto the spears of Demu, but counter focus fire from the Chukunu onto the archers of VortiX. So that was a nice little trade between the two players right there. Nice focus fire as well from both of them. Demu is able to neutralize the center sacred site, and now he is rotating over, does neutralize the western one as well. But VortiX, of course, is going to be going after the eastern one. This is going to be a little game of whack-a-mole right now on those sacred sites. It's not like VortiX is actually going to be going for the sacred site victory. More, he's going to be, he just wants that additional income from the gold that he gets. But it is up to Demu on what he wants to do. His military count is high. He's up 10 military over that of VortiX's, and his army is, it's really good. It's very solid. sitting on 30 Chukunu, 4 spears. The Gauzy Raider numbers just aren't there in order to be able to deal with the amount of Chukunu here that are here. They are going to be able to one-shot those Gauzy Raiders. Another fight breaks out at the west or eastern sacred site. These Gauzy Raiders are going to try to jump on top of the Chukunu. Nice little focus fire coming down from the archers onto the Chukunu, able to pick them off one at a time. He does have enough archers for the one shot, but he has lost the critical mass, and now the front line is gone for VortiX as well. He did lose almost every single one of his Gauzy Raiders right there. He only has one up, second one just popped, and now has he finally moved? Yes, he has finally moved scholars over into the production in order to start cranking them out a little bit faster. 36, 37 military. It's just a huge Chukunu mass for our Zushi legacy player. That's it. That's all Demu's going to be doing, is just making nothing but Chukunu from here on out. He does not care about those Gauzy Raiders. He already reduced the numbers quite significantly, and now he's getting the critical mass in order to be able to deal with them, in order for them to just get one shot. The archer numbers aren't there either. The fight does break out. Nice little split from both sides right there, and now we're getting the full wraparound. But there's this concave for Liquid Demu on his Chukunu is just really solid. He's able to just pick off the reinforcements and the entire army at the same time. The Chukunu are just staying at that critical mass in order to be able to one-shot the entirety of VortiX. It doesn't really seem like VortiX is going to be able to do much from here on out. Yeah, the military supply does seem pretty even for the most part, but you never really want to be even with the Chukunu. You want to be ahead of them, and it's very difficult to be ahead of the Chukunu, especially when it comes down to the Zushi legacy. He has 19 villagers on wood at the moment. He could drop 2 more. Yeah, he could drop 2 more. There he goes. Archery ranges if he wanted to. That'll give him a little bit more production, but what he should be doing is going into his granary right now, since he is in the Song Dynasty. It is 40% cost reduction on 40% wood cost reduction on non-military buildings, so he can do a heavy granary transition at any moment. And now we are getting a push yet again right here. Well, our first push into VortiX's base, this time with two rams. The Gauzy Raiders are just getting melted. Villagers are getting pulled in order to deal with the rams. One ram is at about half, but the Chukunu numbers are staying. Very few Chukunu have died right there. All the Gauzy Raiders are gone. The front line for our Delhi Sultanate is just non-existent, and now villagers will be going down as soon as those archers go down. But GG gets called right before that. Game goes to our green Zushi legacy player, Liquid Demu. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.